Okay, welcome back to our channel. I am Sierra.
And I'm Serenity.
Grab your coffee, because this is going to be a long one.
Because we got a lot of books to show you, a big haul. This is like a birthday haul versus combination with books that we've like accumulated. I have a really bad habit of like when I walk into the store and I see a book that I think is pretty, I just buy it. And then I just let the pile build up.
Yeah.
Buying books and reading books are two different hobbies. Two separate hobbies. We are so excited to do a little book haul, share some reads that are some very anticipated, some just looked silly fun, and we'll get to it.
Yeah, we're just going to jump right into it because I'm telling you,
books.
There is a lot of books here between the two of us. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. And I'm going to I think I have a theme as to how I'm going to show mine. So we're going to start out with more like, for me, a summary read. Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. Mm-hmm. My friend, my little bestie girl, Megs, she actually got me a blind date with a book. And I wish I would have like recorded the unboxing of it, but I didn't. It's because I FaceTimed Meg, because when it got sent to me or whatever, I FaceTimed her. But it was so cute. It's supposed to be like give Lover Vibes by Taylor Swift. Is one of my top tier albums. But anyways, so this was on my TBR, my Goodreads, for a long time, and it's kind of like a friends to lovers vibe. They're co-workers and everything like that. Everyone says this is Tessa Bailey's like best series, one of her best books. I think the only one I've read by her is Wreck the Halls, which we can talk about that one as we're closer to Christmas season. But I'm super excited to dive into it. I feel like it's a good way to wrap up the summer reading.
Go this way. So books that kind of feel, like this, like fall is starting. Like football season is among us. All the sports are starting. So why would I not read a sports romance?
Period.
So this is The Canadian Boyfriend, and it's by Jenny Holiday, and it is a hockey romance. Aurora met a hockey player at the Mall of America. He was from Canada, and he was the perfect fake boyfriend. I love fake dating. I love a hockey romance. So I am super...
I love a ballerina sports player romance. I read, what was it, by Sarah Adams? I just read it.
The Cheat Sheet.
The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. So good. Football player, ballerina, chef's kiss. I'll go more into that later. We'll have a whole nother video. But if it's a ballerina and a football player... I could do a whole
video on sports romances, honestly.
A ballerina sports player romance. Maybe it's because I was a ballerina. Maybe that's why. Maybe chef's kiss. So I would be stealing that from her.
Very anticipated, very excited. This will be my first Jenny Holiday book, so I am ecstatic.
So next one for me, everyone says this book is giving summer. Abby Jimenez, Just for the Summer.
I feel like that's the perfect way
I
to
literally
end the
say
summer.
It's giving summer when it
has summer
in the title, babe.
Yeah.
So everyone said this series or this book was really, really good, and pretty much Emma, who is our main character, feels like she is cursed, and every person she dates then meets the love of her life after. I'm kind of excited to see. Hopefully she gets her happy ending, her little love story. I am a sucker for a love story. I think I've seen so many people cry reading this book. I don't know if I'm ready for a cry yet, but this is a good, I feel like, end of summer read. So
yeah, I'm gonna steal it from her.
I'm really excited to read it. Well,
so I'm gonna stick onto with our sports. This is The Art of Catching Feelings, a baseball romance. I don't think I read a baseball romance, so this would be my very first baseball romance. So, Chef's Kiss, I'm so excited. A professional baseball player to prove that true love is worth going to bat for. I'm very excited. This is by Alicia Thompson. I read her book, Love in the Time of Serial Killers. That book was so fun. The female main character was hilarious. I really liked her writing. Very easy to follow, very fun, lighthearted, just... yeah, with some serious themes. Overall really liked it. So I look forward to reading this. And I love that she has a theme of like the comic book type aesthetic in all of her covers. I saw this and I was immediately like, is this the same girl that wrote Love in the Time of Serial Killers? Pulled up my Goodreads. I was correct. So I really like that she has this like artistic style that makes her very noticeable on the shelves. Yeah.
All right, so the next like transition summer vibe book is Girl Abroad. I just feel like this is the perfect from summer to fall reading, that in between season. And I really do feel like we're at that in between season right now of reading. So pretty much 19-year-old Abby, she goes over to London. Play London Boy with Taylor Swift,
London
please.
Boy.
And she pretty much, I'm assuming she catches feelings for a little London boy. I've seen a lot of people give this 4.5 stars, even 5 stars. So I'm stoked to read it. It is a little thick. It is by Elle Kennedy, like I said, Girl Abroad.
She wrote the deal.
She wrote the deal. And so I know Elle Kennedy just from sports romances, never from more of like a basic rom-com-y point of view. Super excited. Oh wait, it does say that she can't have her rugby player roommate, so maybe there is a little bit of spice of sports in there. You know, the sports romance life.
We love sports romance.
I love it. But I'm super excited to read.
If we're gonna continue talking about sports romance, I have one more of Daydream. This is in the
Icebreaker series.
Icebreaker series. Yes, I loved this.
Is it Maple Woods? Is that the series?
Yes, Maple Hill. Loves this series. It's Maple Hill's novel. Yep. Loved this book. I will go more in depth of what I loved about it, everything about it, in another video when I do a recap. So stay tuned for that. But this is the third book in that Maple Hill series. First Icebreaker, second Wildfire, and then Daydream. I kind of binged the first two, anticipating this third one, and it did not disappoint. This follows Henry, and he's struggling in classes, and Haley is a very good student, and they kind of make a deal that she helps him in the school department, and he will help her in the romance department. So do with that info as you will. Chef's kiss.
So the next book that I have is Not That Kind of Ever After by Lucy Adams. The cover, it just gets ya. It gets ya. Bella Marble's life isn't how she thought it was going to be. I'm pretty sure it said her parents are going through a divorce, her roommate's moving out. Just like everything that she once thought was consistent and was going the way that it was is not. And so it's not the same kind of ever after that she thought. She feels the need to find her own fairy tale, and I really hope she finds her own fairy tale, because I just think fairy tales are everywhere in this life. Like, I am queen of romanticize it. If you can romanticize it, romanticize it. So I am excited to read this. This will be a cute little romance book.
So this book that I got is One Last Stop by Casey McQuaiston. I haven't really seen that much about her, but I thought that this book was really pretty. One Last Stop. It says a time, a place, a person. And then you have these Converse on the back. And then these painted images. Look how
it's such a pretty book.
It's so, so, so pretty. So I'm very excited for it. Don't know too much about it. But I do know that follows August. And she essentially does not believe in love. So we'll see if she's proven otherwise.
Book that I have going on that romance vibe is Romantic Comedy by Curtis Statenfield. I really hope I said that right. But pretty much Sally, she just ended a engagement, and her ex-fiance is now with this like really like perfect actress, and she is definitely having a difficult time dealing with it and seeing that, and she's trying to pick up her career in the comedy side of things. So, and being a woman in the comedy world, from what I have heard, is very difficult. So really getting her in, so those writings, the script, whatever, getting that in is difficult. So I'm dying to see like how Sally's career flourishes, and hopefully her love life flourishes. So I am excited to read this. It seems like a really, really funny, lighthearted book, which is the perfect way to like get out of a slump. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
Next that I have, continuing on the silly little romance category, is Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren. I'm very excited about this because this is a part of the Meant to Be series, which is essentially a series where there are different works by various like romance authors reimagining of Disney classics. So obviously this one is Tangled, and I'm very excited just because Christina Lauren is definitely a comfort author for me. I read others from this series. I read If the Shoe Fits, which was by Julie Murphy. Obviously, Shoe, it's a Cinderella reimagining. And then By the Book by Jasmine Galori. And that was a Beauty and the Beast reimagining. I really enjoyed both of them. They both kind of, I would say, were catalysts for my reading journey. So I am super excited, especially since this is an author that I know and love. And I've found comfort and just giggles and smiles with their writing. So very excited about this one, and I will keep you guys posted.
The next book that I have is Near Misses and Cowboy Kisses. I am sad because the back of the book literally says Saddle Up for Love. I am seated. I am ready to read it. So pretty much she moves from California. I think her name's Riley. She moves from California to Nebraska, and she comes in contact with, I think his name's Colton Walker, and his family, and it literally says on the back, once you love a boy in a Stetson, you'll never be the same. So I am just so excited. A cowboy romance, it will get me every single time. Yes, it will. So I am very ecstatic to dive into this one. And it's giving fall. I don't know. It's just giving fall. Giving a cozy read vibe.
No, literally though. So continuing on with a book that I think might be cozy and just fun and a little bit different is Sophie Goes Lonely Hearts Club. So essentially Sophie is a matchmaker and a professional matchmaker, and she was out in time kind of like learning in the field and growing, and so she's returned to her hometown because the job has just been difficult, and she never fully graduated from matchmaking school. And I guess the market for matchmaking is competitive. I did not know that. Maybe I should go see a matchmaker. But that's besides the point. So she's in search for clients, and she stumbles upon 7 Chinese bachelors who never found love. And somehow she convinces them to hire her. And she's like, hey, y'all, I can find you love. I can find you matches. And I think that sounds fun. It kind of reminds me of Christina Lauren Soulmate Equation, where he kind of creates an app where they find the matchmaking. I think the matchmaking trope is so fun and interesting, and when it's done right, and it's not done often because I think only a few people can execute it properly. So I'm very excited. This will be my first novel by Rosaline Lim. So I'm very excited. And
the next book I have, which I keep saying fall, Pumpkin Spice and Everything
Don't worry,
Nice.
I have some fall too. I have some fall.
Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. This is a YA novel, so it really does give that YA vibe. It's very, there's
some juvenile components.
There are some juvenile components, but if you read it for the vibes and what it is, I think it's actually a really good book. It does give Gilmore Girls, and the main character, Lucy,
she's a lot like
Belly from The Summer I Turned Pretty. Like, she's very agitating in that way. I found Belly to be very agitating. You may not have, but
no, everyone finds Belly agitating.
Belly aggravated me. Good mix of Belly and Rory Gilmore, which Rory Gilmore also agitates us all. Like, come on. So she really does encapsulate that, and the mom really does give Lorelai Gilmore, and they own a coffee shop, and they're trying to find
a very cozy vibe.
Yeah, they're trying to find the perfect pumpkin spice recipe, and as I'm drinking my little pumpkin spice coffee right here, but definitely a good book for the vibes, for sure.
This book, Sierra and I are both equally so excited about this book. It's the 5 stages of courting Dalze Ramonos. I'm extremely excited about this. It sounds like I will be giggling and kicking my feet. So I think her name's Dalze, however you want to say it. So essentially, she is at work, and she encounters this coworker, and Evan, he just cannot keep his eyes off of her. He wants to take her out, and she is like, absolutely not. know if you want something to do with me, you need to follow through these 5 stages of courtship. It's this ritual that lovers do in the Philippines and have performed for generations. And she's like, you have to follow my cultural courtship if you want a chance with me. He's like, okay, I'll do it.
Let's do it.
I'll do it. And to me, it's kind of giving How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, where like
That's
the guy
so
has
true,
to
I didn't think
do
of that.
certain things. You know, I mean, obviously it's different, but the courtship vibe of it, I don't know. So I'm very excited. I think I'll have fun with it. And yeah, it will be my first novel by Melissa De La Cruz. So excited to explore her writing.
Next book that I have is A Dead Romantics by Ashley Polson. Love Ashley Polson. She wrote The 7-Year Slip. If you're not familiar with her, The 7-Year Slip, I will go on a tangent as we do our end of year recap.
It's a very good read for the fall. Like if you're looking for a good fall read, The 7-Year Slip. Yeah, it's just a cozy read in general.
I gave The 7-Year Slip 5 stars. It is probably one of my favorite books I've read this year. But they said that this book is really good. So pretty much she is a ghostwriter, just giving ghostly vibes. That's really all I got out of it. And Ashley Polson does such a wonderful job doing the magical realism.
Yeah.
And a magical realism vibe is just so good for like the Halloween fall feelings. And I just have a feeling this is going to be so cozy. I'm be giggling. It's going to have some probably serious themes. Like,
yeah, I really like magical realism.
Yeah, like Ashley Polson does such a good job, I think personally, in layering the characters. And so many people have said this book is so good. This is her debut book. I can't believe I haven't read it yet, and I'm dying to read it. I've literally
dying to read it. It's called Dead Romantics.
I know. I literally read the first chapter and that was it. But it's because I was taking finals, so I didn't get like fully engulfed in it. But super excited.
So while we're on the Ashley Polson train of magical surrealism, I have a novel love story. I'm super excited about this. This is her newest album. Oh my goodness. Newest book. It came out probably a couple weeks ago. It hasn't been out too long. So essentially Elsie gets stuck into the small town and her favorite romance novel. So I think that sounds very cool. I love the idea of that. I'm excited to just explore it and also get lost into this world of Ashley Polson's writing. So I'll keep you updated.
Okay, next book that I have is called Masters of Death, and it says forever is a gift and a curse. Yes, the edges are sprayed. I'm so excited to read this book. So Viola is a real estate agent. She's our main character, and she's not only a real estate agent, she's a vampire. Yes, ma'am. She is a vampire. But the biggest problem right now is she needs to sell this house. However, sell the house because it is in fact haunted. And in order to sell the house, the ghost has to be out of the house. But with that being said, the ghost was in fact murdered. So she has to figure out why the ghost was murdered, the murder mystery, figure it all out before the ghost will leave the house. So there we go. Like, I have never ever read a book like this. Like, I haven't even. I'm so excited to read it. I'm probably gonna start it like so soon.
I'm going into more fallish type books. Whenever I think of fall, I kind of think of books that are not as much my typical read. I think of vampire, werewolves, that kind of thing. I also think of romantasy and just a completely different vibe. So also like a little lit fiction, a little contemporary kind of read. So I think tomorrow is a really good read for that. It says on the back, yes, it's a love story, but it's not one that you've read before. I'm very excited about this. This spans, I think, about 32 years of a relationship between two individuals who, like, they were co-workers or friends, and they kind of collabed together since childhood. And so I'm excited to see this unfold and like the complexity of their relationship. I think that fall, I tend to read a lot of books that have like that complexity of relationship and characters and layering. So I'm really excited. I heard a lot of people just love this book. raved about it, said it was their favorite book from last year. It was all over Goodreads top reads. So I'm just excited to, you know, kind of dive in and go in a little blindly. I'm not 100% sure what it's fully about, but I think that it's cool, and I bought it because it had blue edges. Yes, I did. That's drew me in. You can tell me to read the book all you want, but once it's pretty, I'm sold. Next up, again with the pretty, I really don't know what this is about, and I was like, I don't understand how I just don't know what it's about. Obviously, I don't really read the backs of books that much, and that's fine.
I prefer to go into it
blind. I think that I have a lot more fun like that. There have been times, though, that I went to books very blind, and I was very shocked, and I wish that I didn't. But it's about like a 2 out of 5. I'm running pretty good. Our batting average isn't bad. So this is the Spell Shop. I know that it's romantasy. I know that it's absolutely gorgeous with these purple edges. And
if you play the Switch, there's a game called Fae Farm. It's giving Fae Farm.
Yes. It says a lush cottage core tale full of stolen spellbooks, unexpected friendships, sweet jams, and even sweeter love. So I just think that sounds so cozy, so fun. I'm actually so excited to read this.
Thing that I'm going to go into, it's just a series. It's so much easier just to show you all 3 instead of one at a time. It is The Dead Guy Next Door by Lucy Score. Then it is The Corpse in the Closet, which is the second one. And The Blast from the Past, which is the third. And then Body in the Backyard is the fourth one that just came out. But I have not gotten it yet because I have not read these books yet. And they are thickums. I do, in fact, need to read them. Let's see how long this first book is. Like 470 pages.
Nice.
470 pages.
She's a scholar.
A scholar. I'm actually really excited to read it. I have read the first 4 chapters of the book. They are on Kindle Unlimited, but I just feel
that's so nice because you can switch back and forth.
Yeah, I do like switch back and forth between them. But so Riley Thorne, she just recently went through a divorce, and she kind of is discovering she has this hallucinative power where she can talk to dead people. And she is investigating and trying to figure out who the murderer is. And it's called a Riley Thorne novel. It's what this whole series is called. So she's trying to figure out how to use her psychic gifts to pretty much help. And I'm just so excited.
They look so cute.
Yeah. It's just going to be like the perfect fall read, a perfect mystery and everything.
I'm going to continue on with my fall books. So I have My Roommate is a Vampire. I've heard really good things about this. A vampire read, perfect for the fall. Like, how can I not? And the second one is supposed to be coming out very shortly, sometime either September or October. And it's just like the perfect paperback. So how can I just not be so excited for it? Then I have Haunted Ever After. I think that it sounds so fun. I haven't fully read the back. All I know is that she lives in a haunted house, and I think she falls for her neighbor.
That's all you need to know.
And that's really all I need to know. And I'm very excited about it. And I think that the colors on the cover.
My dog wants in the room.
Yeah, she wants
in. You hear that?
She wants part of the book haul.
She does.
I understand. It's girls only.
But she's massive, and she will mess up my books, so she's not coming in.
But just the colors of the book are screaming fall, and it's beautiful. I also have the X-Vows. Look at that sunset, the mountains, like at like a winery or whatever. Like, that's so fall. Second Chance Romance. Tell me that's not fall.
Like
it's giving tis the damn season.
Wine.
It's giving wine and tis the damn season. Yes, it is.
Period.
I actually heard a lot of people say really good things about this on TikTok, so I'm very excited to start this one. We're talking about sprayed edges. You guys know by this point at the end of this video that I love sprayed edges. This book is definitely out of my comfort zone.
Looks so good.
But it looks really good. So it's called Horror Movie. It's by Paul Tremblay. I've never read any of his books, but then I did see that it says best-selling author of The Cabin at the End of the Woods. That's a movie, like a very popular movie. I've not seen it because it's scary, and I don't really like scary that much. I am going to dip my toes into a horror book. Yes, I am, because it said it's more like psychological thriller type horror. So we'll see. I'll let you know. But
the inside of the book's so cool because if you've ever done like theater or acting, which was literally my major,
serious literal major.
It's a scored script, so it's okay. So I'm gonna move here. You're blocking and everything like that, and this detail for some reason, because obviously they're directing a movie. and something happens on set, whatever. I'm obsessed with that small detail. It's just the little details in books that literally get me hooked.
A horror movie. So I probably won't start it at night because I'm a little chicken, but watch me actually start it at night. That would be hilarious. I don't know. I think this is probably going to be one of my next reads. I will vlog me reading this so you guys can know like if I'm actually scared or not. I really am a big chicken. That's why I don't read thrillers that much. Like, I can only read thrillers like in the living room with people sitting next to me, not by myself. I'm excited for this. It's hilarious.
I'm just going to go into my last one, then you can go to your series.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last one that I have is the Holiday Switch. Hear me out. I know it's Christmas. I know, but they put a Christmas book out. I had to get it.
That had to have been an accident, I swear.
I don't know. I had to get it.
Let's look it up.
So pretty much it is a phone switch. So they're at work, their phones get switched. That's all I know. I think it might be a YA book. Is it YA? Does it say?
It didn't say.
I think it's
yeah, it is YA.
I think it's YA.
Contemporary holiday YA romance is what Goodreads says.
Yeah, so it is a YA, and
Sarah Carell gave it 4 stars.
And it enemies to lovers type of vibe. I'm really excited to read it. I love it's like the perfect little paperback.
It looks like
such a fun, quick Christmas read. I'm just dying to read it. So I'm super excited about it. I love the switch phone trope, the wrong number trope.
They're so niche.
Accidentally Amy was so good by Lynn Painter. Loved that book. So I just think that it's gonna be such a good book.
It is. It's gonna be so much fun.
Don't worry, I'm holding off. I'm not reading Christmas book quite yet.
Not yet. So when I think of fall, I do also really like romanticies. So I'm very excited about this. So I read this probably a couple months ago. I don't really remember what month at this point because all the months kind of string together.
Period.
But this is The Shadows Between Us. This is a romantasy type book. She's kind of like the black sheep in the family, and she is trying to get the king to marry her.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. And so essentially that's the gist of the book. I don't want to go into like too much details about it because like I think you should read it. It's fun. And it's also beautiful. Look at the sprayed edges. The map on the inside. I mean, come on. Is stunning. And I think that she is a very flawed but like hilarious character. Like she does things I'm like, sister, you should not be doing that. But like honestly, rightfully so. Like I support you.
I support women's wrongs and women's rights.
Yeah, I support both. So that was really fun. I think that it was a really easy read as someone that's like I'm not really into the complex fantasy. I just want to have fun when I'm reading.
I'm not there.
I don't know if I'll ever be there, to be honest, because I like to have fun when I'm reading, and I don't want something so complex that I'm just like, it's hurting my brain. I want to be unwind and relax. So that book was very fun, a very quick read, hilarious. It had all the layers for me. I had fun with it. So obviously I was very excited for the second one. If you can see, this is black, this is white, because she's kind of like the black sheep of the family. And then this follows her sister. And she talks mad crap about her sister in this book. And she's like, oh, she's such a goody two-shoe, perfect daughter, so I want to see if this sister talks crap about this sister. Like, that would be tea. And she's also beautiful. There's the inside.
I wonder if you can tandem read them.
No, I think they're completely different stories.
Okay.
Romanticies, and you want something that's like just quick, kind of like palate cleanser type book, I would definitely check these out. Another series, Assistant to the Villain. I told you guys, Sprayed Edges. I bought this last year because Sprayed Edges, I wanted something different. It was probably one of my very first fantasy books. I ate this book up. It was just like so funny. The banter, just everything. Super fun. The banter, so good. Cliffhanger, it has all the things. And then so I pre-ordered the second one. The second one came out a couple weeks ago. I like how they're inverses of each other. I thought that was very fun. And there will be a third book this time next year, so I'm excited about that. I've not yet read the second one, but I'm very excited about this. And I do have to say, I wish that if you're going to release a second book a year apart from each other, that you would do like a prologue of like a recap of what happened. Like in my TV shows when it's, like in Vampire Diaries when it's like, this is what just recently happened. I think that you should do that. So I definitely recommend that. If any authors are watching this, you're probably not, but I definitely recommend that because I had to Google and like basically spark notes what happened in this because I read it a year ago. And so I knew that there was a cliffhanger, but I didn't remember what. Yeah, I've read like probably like 50 books since I read this book. So excited to read this now that I remember what happened in this. So that concludes my books. Our books.
Thank you so much for watching our book haul, and definitely let us know if you've read any of the books. Let us know if you have any book recommendations
Yeah,
for
based
us.
off our vibes, like be like, hey, I think you should read this.
I feel like our vibes are like very all over the place.
Yeah.
Very open, but also very the same too.
Yes.
Yeah. But thank you so much for watching our video. Please like and subscribe, comment down below, and join our family. Alrighty. Bye.